This episode is brought to you by Olive and June.
And I'm a brand new fan of Olive and June because we're going to be talking about their gel polishes, which we're really excited to get. But prior to even this, like 2 weekends ago, Mats and I were out and he treated me to 2 Olive and June polishes that I painted my toes, and they look so good.
I love painting my nails at home. As you know, Olive and June delivers up to 21 days of flawless wear with a high gloss shine that won't chip, lift, or dull. There's no damaging removal thanks to their new peel off base coat and salon speed soak off system. Say goodbye to the drama of gel removal.
Olive and June's new gel mani system includes everything you need for a salon quality manicure in one box, and you can customize it with your choice of 6 gel polishes, which breaks down to less than $2 a manicure. There's a custom 5-finger LED lamp and the iconic poppy for easy painting with your non-dominant hand.
They also have a high-performance cleaner solution, HEMA-free, 15-free, and always cruelty-free and vegan.
I used to be a huge salon manicure kind of girl. Like, I was getting my gel every couple weeks, and I have to say, like, when I stopped doing that, I realized how much more of my life I had back.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I used to think that going to get a manicure and pedicure was relaxing, but I don't know what happened in the last few years, but
no, it was a sudden shift.
It does not feel relaxing anymore. It just kind of feels like I'm being pushed around and I have to leave. And that is why I switched to doing my nails at home.
I have to say, I think I'm probably the most excited for the peel off base coat, because that has been like the thing that has stopped me prior to this from getting into doing an at-home gel manicure.
Yeah, my nails actually got pretty damaged too because of all the scraping. And I asked him to stop doing that at the nail salon, and they're pretty resistant to that. So I like that I can be at home and, control that myself. I'm also really looking forward to all the shades that they have. They have 60 plus best-selling colors.
I'm so excited. CV red is like that, like perfect orangey red, which is like my favorite shade to wear.
Visit oliveandjune.com/blame me for 20% off your first Olive and June gel mani system.
That's oliveandjune.com/BLAMEME for 20% off your first Olive and June gel mani system. I am sure a lot of you have heard of Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth, the supplement that helps women maintain optimal hormone levels, with over 50,000 glowing reviews from women worldwide and 98% saying they'd recommend it to friends and family.
Now you can take those results even further by pairing it with the prebiotic collagen protein. It helps to relieve occasional bloating, gas, reduce sugar cravings, and help you feel satisfied longer, boost energy, and help stabilize mood swings.
And because your gut directly affects your hormones, improving your gut health can actually help your hormone harmony results so you can feel like yourself again.
Happy Mammoth is dedicated to making women's lives easier, and that means using only science-backed ingredients that can be proven to work for women. They make no compromise when it comes to quality, and it shows.
Right now, you can try prebiotic collagen protein in Hormone Harmony risk-free and get 15% off your entire first order with code BLAME at checkout.
Hi.
Sup, bitches, hoes, and everybody in between.
Cunts. You have to say it because this is...
See you next Tuesday. Gather, my fellow cunts, as we cuntify in our cuntiness. Shout out to Australia. You guys really know that you've what would you say? Like not desensitized.
They if you hadn't said that, I think I would have. If you hadn't said
the way that we do that every single day, where one of us says a word that's not it, and we're like, what is it? Everyone, what we mean.
They've softened the blow of the word.
They have softened the blow of the word cunt. And as two people who love that word, thank you for doing that. And I really hope we can follow suit, because I still remember the first time I was ever called a cunt. I was in 6th grade, maybe younger, and a boy called me a cunt, and it was like at a big like outdoor like friends and family kind of party at one of my friends' houses, and all of the moms like gasped. And I was like, huh? And they were like, come here. What did that boy just say? I'm like, come here, cunt. And they were like, and it was like this whole big thing. And he had no idea what it meant. And from that moment on, to see the reactions of all these people, not even figuratively, literally clutching their pearls, I said, and that's my new favorite word. I love this word.
I don't think I've ever been called a cunt.
Yeah. Well, it's
like in a derogatory way.
And technically, Tommy didn't know he was calling me in a derogatory way. I think I'm like, where did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
How did we get here? Shout out to all our cunts. And don't worry, if you're like, I'm not feeling cunt today, you can be cunty. You can be cuntish, cunt adjacent, cunt like. Parentheses, positive connotation. Anyways, welcome to See You Next Tuesday. We reread the results of last week's episode of But Am I Wrong? And last week's episode was episode 159. Wow, really getting up there. Oh, I spelled something wrong. There's a lot going on with this. Meghan wantes. So sorry. Meghan, want justice for raisins. 35% said I was wrong. 65% said I was not wrong. Which is rude because 35% seems like kind of a lot for you raisin haters.
Well, there's a lot of them and they all wrote in.
So rude. If I'm acting like I feel like so strongly about this. Oh my God. So I have Melissa send me the screenshots because I didn't take them yet. And the first one is from Jenny. And Jenny says, good to see Meghan staying consistent. I thought today's topic sounded familiar. December 1st, 2022, I already did this.
And I feel like we probably had the same conversation because as I was talking about the California raisins, I was like, I feel like I brought this up before, but I don't remember the connotation of it.
When you repeated yours before, like whatever that was.
Like last week.
Like when we did the See You Next Tuesday for that, I was like, I was feeling familiar about what I was saying, not necessarily what you were saying, but I was like, but again, we have similar conversations all the time. So
and sometimes we'll have conversations off the mic. I don't remember if we've had them on the mic. So who knows? And we have moments like all the time on like the live stream where we'll say something that we think everybody knows. And they're like, wait, what? And we're like, we've talked about this so many times. We thought we included that at least one time. And it's like, oh no, we haven't. So there's always new lore dropping. But apparently I have reheated my own nachos. Oh no. And welcome to the club.
Oh God. Someone else said, I fear I just hate raisins and I have tried everything. Have you tried letting raisins into your heart? Have you tried
it with a nut? Raisins and nuts are delicious together.
Yes. Yeah. Have you tried it like in a baked good or in something where it's not like you have to prong a raisin along with a bite? Like have the raisin actually occur. Have you tried chopping them up? I think it is such a good cookie that people aren't giving it the credit it deserves. And here we are like lusting after banana bread. And I go, okay, so you take it, for a lot of people, an undesirable fruit. Not me. I love a good fucking banana. But like a lot of people are like, I would never eat a banana. But then you're like, now you're paying $9 for a slice of banana bread. Maybe I really think Oatmeal Raisin Cookies maybe just need a rebranding. Yeah. It's very like cottage core. Maybe we just throw some terms at it, it'll stick.
Like how cottage cheese has rebranding recently.
Yeah.
Even though that's how I used to eat when I did eat cottage cheese, that's how I would eat it, blend it up and then mix things in with it.
Which that makes sense, like ingredient wise. The curd part is baffling to me.
I'm fine with it on a cracker.
I've never had it. I don't like
I mean, it's going to mess up your stomach. So.
Yeah, but even like prior when I was still eating dairy, like I've never been like that much into like a soft kind of.
No cream cheese?
I liked cream cheese as a kid. I really didn't like cream cheese when I got older. Like there's just like the soft part. I don't know.
So good.
I think I like it now, but I can't have it now.
Oh,
but
you can have.
I have dairy-free one.
Okay.
If I need it.
It's pretty similar.
Yeah, because I think once you have the tang, like it's not, if it doesn't have to melt, it doesn't have to like do anything. Yeah. It just has to be the flavor. It's a lot easier. Someone said, as a dairy-free girly, oatmeal raisin cookies are my safest option. I also definitely thought growing up that Hoobastank song, The Reason, was saying raisin the whole time.
I'm not a perfect person. What part do you think they were saying raisin at?
I found a raisin for me.
That doesn't make sense.
Hey, that's fine. As a kid, sometimes we think those things and we're like, oh. And this is why raisin is a great punchline in New Girl. Raisin as I live and breathe.
You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. This podcast you're listening to, it was once just a dream. A dream that became reality not by accident, but because someone decided not to let the what-ifs keep them from creating something they believed in. Starting your own business is a dream lots of us share, but too many let it remain just a dream. Don't hold yourself back from creating what you believe in, and turn those what-ifs into why-nots with Shopify by your side. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand's style. What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. So turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm. Summer really lends itself to a minimal effort, maximum impact makeup look. When it comes to looking and feeling your best, especially in the August heat, sometimes less is more. And when you're working with fewer products, you want the quality to be high, which is why Thrive Causemetics is your go-to for a simple, clean, and radiant summer look. Every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. One of my favorite Less is More products is their Brilliant Eye Brightener. It's a waterproof eyeshadow and highlighter stick that comes in 34 shades. The shimmer shades are great for brightening up your inner corners, and they also have really lovely neutral matte shades that, again, can make a really big impact on your overall look without requiring too much product. Plus, for every product purchased, Thrive Causemetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive. And with over $150 million in product and cash donations to over 600 giving partners, your purchase directly fuels real impact. Maximize your look with minimal effort. Go to thrivecausemetics.com/thrive for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Causemetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/thrive.
Someone said, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The first thing I voted Meghan is wrong for, I hate raisins. This is a tough day for me.
This is also the first time you've written in, which I was shocked by.
I realized that too. I was like, wait, that's why I said someone. And then I'm like, wait, I know that face. Someone else said, they are so good in cookies. The people who think differently, I question their sanity.
Actually, I take it back as being shocked. This is the first time that you wrote in because you did wait until you were 18.
And she followed those motherfucking rules.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Right after she turned 18, she said, hello, Patreon. I am joining the live stream. I just turned 18. I listened to the rules. I've been listening the whole time, though, but now you can't get mad. Someone else said, I will say I don't like eating raisins by themselves, but a cinnamon raisin bagel, trail mix, and oatmeal raisin cookie, sign me up. And that's fine.
All of that's delicious.
I'm an oatmeal raisin cookie defender until I die. And can we add craisins to this, too? Because growing up in the state that grows most cranberries, parentheses, Wisconsin, I've seen that craisins don't get the love they deserve either.
Craisins are, I will say, better than raisins. I do like them better, but they're sweeter and tangier, but they are also delicious.
They are. There's a Trader Joe's trail mix that has craisins in it, and I think it has raisins too. But that's like Matt's favorite one.
Isn't that the one that has white chocolate though?
No, there's no chocolate in it.
Okay. There's one that has white chocolate and disgusting.
Yeah.
I hate white chocolate. That could be one. I might have already done it. I don't know, but I think I have done it already.
Yeah, the white chocolate's not chocolate.
Yeah,
because it fundamentally isn't.
It's not.
No, we just
nasty.
We just picked a word.
It was also nasty.
Yeah, it coats your mouth and your tongue in a way that,
like oil.
Do you not like the Crunch bars?
Like Nestle Crunch, the chocolate one. I do.
Okay, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. The cookies and cream bar.
No.
It gives me
white
heartburn,
chocolate. If it was actually cream, you just mash up an Oreo and then add more cream. I'd tear that shit up.
Sounds fucking good.
Right.
Do. Dried cranberries are raisins with good publicity. Exactly. This is from a separate person. Exactly. Also, I want to know for the person in Wisconsin. I can also ask you in our live stream. If so, they stand in the bogs, that company, and it's like
Ocean Spray.
Thank you. Is that like a tourism thing that we could? I'm not saying we can go to an Ocean Spray, but I'm saying like if I go back to Wisconsin, loved Wisconsin. If I go back to Wisconsin, like if you guys are exporting and get the farming the biggest amount of cranberries, like can I get in on that? Is it like Napa where you could go like stomp grapes?
Do you want to stand in the water like that?
I want to stand. First of all, I want to wear the pants.
And
I want the big boots, and I want to stand in the bog. I would love that photo opportunity. I also just think it would be so fun to like have them all like bouncing around you. It's on my bucket list.
Okay. Well, have fun with that.
Oh my God, double offense. The texture is a no for me. Sorry, Megan. And my name is spelled wrong.
Oof.
Ouch. Right in the jugular. In cookies, grabbing on my raisin cookie when you're expecting a chocolate chip cookie is the biggest betrayal I've ever experienced. I was willing to listen to your argument until you said cookies. But why would you ever think it's an oatmeal it's a chocolate chip cookie?
Did you not look at it?
Yeah, like
they
raisins
don't look the same.
No, they don't.
And they don't
wrinkly.
melt. Like a chocolate chip is going to be a little melted.
Also,
that's on you.
Oatmeal raisin cookies will be heavier.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah.
Don't blame the raisin for that.
Don't blame us and don't blame the raisin. I don't like raisins. I think it's a combo of texture and taste, but I respect that they belong in our society. And that's the only opinion being anti-raisin I can handle. Like, that's it. Raisins are weird. Dried apricots, on the other hand, justice for them. I'm trying to find like a less intense word than like overdose, but I had so many dried apricots as a child that I can never.
Overconsumed.
I overconsumed dried apricots. Like I went through a hyperfixation phase as a child that like the mere thought of them sends a chill up my spine. Like I cannot.
I fucking love dried apricots. I think they are some of the most delicious things in the world, but I cannot keep them in the house for the same reason, because I will eat the whole package of them, and they're expensive too. Like raisins are a cheap thing. Dried apricots are pretty expensive, which I understand why. And they're worth it, but I can't keep them in the house.
No, the way that what it does, by the way, if you eat an entire bag of dried apricots, first of all, what it does to your body.
There's a lot of fiber in those apricots.
No, and the fiber is condensed down because they're smaller. You can't eat that many just like whole raw apricots. Like what it does to you is something I never want to go through again. And like as a child, I just kept eating them and it kept happening. And it got to a point where it was like, we're cutting you off. And I also had an apricot tree as a kid, right? I think we had an apricot. I'm pretty sure we had an apricot tree. Yes, we did. And the raw ones I like used to just be like, how do I get these to dry out? How do I get them to shrivel up and prune up? Someone else said, I'm on board of this train, and I don't think I've ever felt more strongly about something. I also love that only one person clocked that we've done this before. Everybody else is like, yeah, brand new. I've loved raisins my entire life. They're an incredible addition to cakes and granola. The little change in texture and the nice level of chewiness. I agree with y'all that some dried fruit is not the right level, even if the flavor is perfect. I think raisin slander needs to stop, and adults actively hating on raisins should just grow up. I love that.
Well, here's where I'm going to draw the line.
Cakes.
I'll have it sometimes in a carrot cake, but this is where my texture thing comes in. There's too much softness with the cake.
Yeah, like a hummingbird cake.
A hummingbird cake has too much going on.
Well, that's why I won't eat it. It's literally just wet. The whole thing is wet. It's wet and dense.
And there's so much in it.
It's shiny. Like, it's like shiny to a point where I go, there's condensation on this.
Hummingbird cake is just another fruit cake.
Yeah, but the fruit cake, they make it get stale because they go, well, the wet texture is off-putting, and so then we let it dry out so it gets stale. It's just
off-putting altogether.
Yeah, the look is off-putting. I have to say, in cakes, I have a harder time with raisins just because they are heavy. The suspension of them, like, it doesn't get evenly distributed throughout in a way that is meaningful to me. Raisins are the sweet snack from Earth. Adults who don't like raisins give the same vibe as adults who don't like onions. I didn't know there were a lot of adults who didn't like onions.
Me either. Onions is such a basic thing that you need in food for seasoning.
Like, onions is something that people mourn when you have have to do like a low FODMAP diet or whatever. Like, being like, I have to get rid of onion. Like, that to me is such a...
And it's hard to get rid of onions.
Yeah. I would think more like adults who don't like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Bacon? Yeah. I'm sorry, raisins are disgusting. My apologies for disagreeing. Ouch. I'm only saying Meghan is wrong because as good as raisins are, when fallen into the wrong hands, it becomes a danger. Not everyone knows how to balance the delicate texture and flavor of a raisin, and that's how it ends up in a potato salad. That, I don't know how... I can never defend it ending up in a potato salad because to me, that defies logic. It defies any sort of thought process. Like, there is no, unless like it's one of those stories that they do, which I forget what it was, but like I don't even know if it's true, but like one of those like mass company things, like a food product, of being like, how did this happen? It's like, oh, one of our workers accidentally tripped and he had the blue raspberry flavoring and the lemon and it fell in. Like, to me, there's no way that you intentionally go look in your pantry and go raisins, and then you look at your potato salad and you go, good idea. Like, it should be like because there was an earthquake and a raisin factory fell into a potato salad factory. Like, that's the only reason why it should have ever ended up there. And it should have been an accident, and it should have been a recall.
I was watching one of those cocoa videos that's part of BuzzFeed, and they were doing guessing Black people's potato salad and white people's potato salad, and they were also tasked with making a full plate of food. And this one girl, who I think had to be a plant, because I don't know why anybody would love pumpkin spice this much, but she put that in her potato salad. And then as she was tasting other people, she'd be like, yeah, this tastes like it should have some pumpkin spice in there. And then the white man on there made, as one of his sides with his potato salad, and I think it was some chicken, he made peas with nuts and raisins. But like, why would you put that stuff, any of that, together?
I feel like you have to be trolling. I think you're right. Like, that has to be...
I don't think that man was. He kept saying, like, everything that was on the plate, he was like, yes, this is a recipe from my grandmother.
And you know what? That's a lie. I need people to stop speaking slander on their grandmother. Just because you never hung out with your grandma and you never went into the kitchen with your grandma and you're just like, I'm trying to remember. You were watching fucking like stupid cartoon. Like, I just don't believe that there are people who are like the cooks of the family and like, oh, this recipe is like passed down. Like, there are certain things of being like, yeah, this one family member, we don't let fucking cook because like that shit's nasty. But like having this like fondness for this thing is pure nostalgia. Like, and I think it's mostly a misremembering. Like, and your dead grandma can't defend herself.
I think she was alive.
Then she did it. If she's alive, she did it.
Yeah.
That's just so awful to me. And when I found out that white people put raisins in potato salad, it Shocking. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Disgusting. Shocking. We need to be stopped.
Yeah. Can't disagree with you on that one.
No. We've done too much and we keep doing more. Oh, and then they ended it with, I love a good raisin, craisin, and other dried good, but they all have their time and place. That I agree with.
I can agree with that too.
I'm really sorry, Meghan, but I'm a raisin hater to my core. This is a hill I'm willing to die on. As some of the other people would say, grow up. Special shout out to chocolate covered raisins. Oh my God, yes. That's a great movie theater snack.
That's what I eat when I go to the movie theater.
Mm-hmm. All the haters who get mad about oatmeal raisin cookies say they're mad because they expect chocolate. Solution, chocolate covered raisins. Checkmate, bitches. Great.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We come together to host Unschooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unschooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Tom.
So big news to share, right?
Yes, huge, monumental, earth-shaking.
Heartbeat sound effect big. Meat is back.
That's right. After a brief snack nap.
We're coming back. We're picking snacks.
We're eating snacks.
We're rating snacks.
Like the snackologists we were born to be.
Meat is back.
Mike and Tom eat snacks.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Unless you get them from a snack machine, in which case, call us.
Call us.
Are you looking for a movie review show where the critic is at the top of his or her game, meticulously breaking down and explaining exactly why a film does or does not work? Well, good luck with the search, because we're having fun here on Adam Does Movies. Each and every week, I hit the big blockbusters, I cover the streamers, and I even toss in some movie news for fun. Check out the show on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, and hopefully, we can do movies together. Hot.
Okay, I voted incorrectly here. Meghan is wrong. You spelled my name wrong. And I may be biased, but this is why.
Okay, I'm sending this as a voice note because this is just a whole story I have about raisins and why forever I will always be against eating them. Because in high school, my cafeteria had brownies that you could purchase. They were like in a little
Oh, I'm worried.
Clear little to-go box that you could get. And they were like homemade from our cafeteria. And I would get them like once a week or so. And then I remember like a couple months pass and I get one, and I'm on my way to my lunch table. I sit down, I'm enjoying my nice little lunch. And then I'm like, okay, it's time for my brownie. It's time to wrap things up. We're going to end on a high note of my little dessert. I put my fork in this brownie. I get a little good piece out of the corner, the best part, second to the center, which is also the best part. And I put that piece in my mouth. And lo and behold, what do I find in my brownie? Raisins. They did not ever advertise that these brownies had raisins in them. Why would I ever want a raisin in my brownie? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense in my head. I've never heard anyone put raisins in their brownies. Maybe in cookies, yes. Do I go for those? Personally, not for me. But, I love that for other people. But for me, it's a no. But brownies, I have never been so betrayed in my life and so distraught over the fact that there were surprise raisins in this brownie. And I've never gotten over it since. And yes, I do hold a grudge for that. Because yes, I am a Scorpio and I just will never forget it. And therefore, I just do not think that raisins need justification. So unfortunately, I may be biased, but that is my opinion. I will always be against raisins. Anyway, thank you. Bye.
That's valid. You have raisin trauma.
Yeah. Why? That's another place that raisins don't belong is in a brownie. Why would you do that? I've never heard anybody putting a raisin in a brownie.
So I do think that this is one of those, sitcom moments where someone slipped and accidentally dropped a box of raisins in there. Because, that doesn't make any sense.
No. I understand your trauma.
Yeah,
you can have that.
You get a pass.
All right, next up is me. Melissa asked us to have some decorum at sports games. 5% said I was wrong. 95% said I was not wrong. Someone said, it truly baffles my mind how people lose what little decorum they have when they enter a sports game. As much as I love certain players / celebrities, I know where the line is and I don't cross it. I felt like I read that with a lot of anger.
No, I loved it. It was like there's a lot of conviction in it.
You know who you are, but I love that at some point we accidentally changed your DMs to a Spider-Man wallpaper and never changed it back.
It's so funny. The only one is like when I've accidentally changed to disappearing and I'm like, fuck.
I've done that numerous times.
Come back.
Someone else said Melissa's not wrong at all. As someone who is an avid baseball fan, shout out to the Wisconsin baseball debacle. A lot of people don't know how to be civil at a game, even though it's sports etiquette 101. Like, do we need to bring back the times when people wore business suits to games?
Well, and also like of all the sporting events that I feel like this happens the most at, it feels like baseball games. Yeah. And like you're taking, I was like, you guys are, this is not smart considering the coach still wears a fucking baseball uniform to coach. Mm-hmm. Like they're old school. Like you're going to get in trouble.
They're the manager.
Oh, okay. But the fact that I'm like, so who's that middle-aged older man, bald in the uniform who's not playing?
Someone else said, people do not know how to act right. Like, did you leave your manners at home, people?
They did.
Yeah.
If they had them to begin with.
Another person said, all of these examples are horrifying. Also, I think someone has cursed Melissa to have encounters with / hear about people getting fingered. Maybe this curse is meant to spark inspiration for Melissa to write a law into action against public fingering.
It is also still illegal.
Yeah, it's already a law.
Yeah. It's just people aren't abiding by it.
Yeah. Also, the ones that happen in the locker room, that's not a public place. So, yeah.
Yeah. Then we have writer number 1. Are they wrong for not wanting to split groceries? 7% of the writer is wrong. 93% of the writer is not wrong. If you aren't eating the food, you shouldn't have to pay. If you've been coordinating grocery trips, you can probably coordinate kitchen time use to end this madness and only cook and eat and pay for your own food. When I split groceries with roommates, we specifically took out items meant for 1 or 2 people and left those costs for those people. Not gonna lie, some people suck at math. Hello. So if the writer's having the issue, they could just be the one to divvy up the receipt. Or if you're all going together and that's too much for you, get your own stuff and check out separately. This is wild. Don't go with them. And if you aren't eating, why are you paying for it? It might be time to find a new place.
Well, they just moved in, so.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's why we avoided that one. Writer's not wrong at all. I feel like the majority of people, including me, just take care of their own food during uni. The good thing about this grocery splitting thing happening so early on in her time there is that she gets to set those boundaries from the jump and not let it fester, as I inevitably would. Even if it means being seen as fussy, bougie, or high maintenance by your housemates, having the food you want and being clear on what you're spending is worth it, IMO. Mm-hmm. The idea of splitting anything more than rent and bills, if that's even a thing for the writer since they're in school, baffles me. Since they're in school, I wonder if her roommates also have a meal plan and get snacks and junk food on top of that for their personal cravings. Either way, if I'm not eating, I'm not paying for it, and neither should the writer. I have never split groceries with any flatmate. It's weird that they are gaslighting her into thinking she's the weird one. You are 100% not in the wrong. Yeah, the only time I've ever split anything in that way would be alcohol for a party that we're hosting a party, so we're all contributing this. And but it's not like we didn't share things. Like if my roommate in my freshman year, her mom went to Costco or something and got a big thing of something, it'd be like, oh, hey, my mom got this. We can have this. We can share this or whatever. But the idea of getting stuff that's big enough to share was only if that's the only option in general, just because usually you can't, you're buying then with the intent to split it, the scale of what you're buying. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, if you're not splitting it, then buy less. I have to assume stuff's not getting eaten. Because there's no way if you're planning on splitting this between 3 people and one person's yeah, I'm not actually going to eat that.
But if it's junk food, it's not going to go bad.
It's true. But are they just buying more and they still have some?
Nah, they're eating it till it runs out. And then when they go to the grocery store, they're like, okay, we're splitting this.
Well, it's got to be there's not even enough to necessarily split then.
What do you mean?
That if 3 people are splitting a regular size bag of chips, that's not oh, well, come on, I thought we were going to split this. But if you're eating something to completion, knowing that in a sitting with one other roommate and a third roommate hasn't eaten any of it, I think is crazy to then be like, we're splitting the next one.
Yeah, but I just think they're buying stuff for the house and not even thinking about that.
Yeah, you're right. That they're thinking about it at the grocery store, not when they're eating the food at home. That makes sense. That's it.
All right. Writer number 2. Would they be wrong for telling their friend that their boyfriend is toxic? 7% said the writer is wrong. 93% said the writer is not wrong. I know we talked about that reaction for Cardi B and Kelly. I didn't even realize I had screenshot.
I screenshot me. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, there's 2 different types of media training.
Mm-hmm. Someone said writer is wrong for not saying anything earlier, but she would not be wrong to say something now. Better late than never.
Agree.
Yep. Someone said, sorry, I voted wrong just because she waited this long to say something. Definitely not wrong because it's obvious that their friend needs to hear it, but I would do it gently. People often get defensive, especially when they're this blinded. Whatever you say, make sure your friend knows that at the end of the day, you want her to be safe and happy in her relationship and that you're here to support her. Someone else said, please, for the love of God, tell your friends when the man is being unacceptable. You don't have to put up with that shit. Another person said, I voted wrong. They need to tell their friend like yesterday. It's so annoying when after the breakup, you are offloading to your friend and they're like, yeah, I knew he wasn't good because of all these reasons. Do you hate your friend? Is that why you're keeping this info from them? Another person said, writer's only wrong for waiting this long because what the fuck? Do you even like your friend?
Harsher than I would be.
A lot of these people.
I'm like, damn, guys. Damn, that's kind of a lot.
Someone else said, I pressed the wrong one. Her friends need to be expedited from that man. We got the gist.
Overnight ship them. I don't even really understand what expedited. It's like fast track.
Yeah, fast track, but you need something after that. It's an adjective.
You're right, like out of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Or expedite a breakup.
Yeah.
I fully thought I knew you meant verb.
Yeah.
My name is Troy LaValle, and I'm the host of the Glass Cannon Podcast. This is a podcast where my friends and I sit around and play role-playing games and record it. Through improvisation, using comedy and drama, we take the rules of whatever game we're playing and we turn it into appointment television. It truly is infectious fun. We travel the whole country playing rock clubs, turning games like this into a spectator sport. So please, check it out, the Glass Cannon Podcast. If you want some joy in your life, give it a listen.
It's ticklish business any way you look at it. Come on, we'll stick together.
Love movies? Love classic movies? So do we. Ticklish Business is the podcast where classic film is discussed in modern times. Hosted by me, film journalist Kristen Lopez, and my co-host, author Emily Edwards, we dive into the golden age of cinema with fun, heart, and serious expertise. As published film historians and lifelong classic movie buffs, we bring insider insights, deep research, and lively debates with a variety of special guests, ranging from celebrities like Holly Madison to TCM luminaries Dave Karger and Eddie Muller, and even family members of old Hollywood legends. Subscribe now to Ticklish Business on your favorite podcast app, and let's talk about old Hollywood today.
Bros love reality TV. Have you ever noticed your boyfriend or husband in the background while you're trying to wind down and enjoy the Housewives?
They linger in the back of the room and ask questions, offer their opinions, but when you ask them to take a seat and watch with you, suddenly they're not interested.
Well, here at Bros and Shows, we are tired of perpetuating that dudes don't love reality TV. Because guess what? We do. And it's time we erase the stigma that comes with it.
And we cover it all, from Real Housewives to The Bachelor, from Vanderpump Rules to The Traitors, and we're ready to give you our takes.
Bros and Shows, a podcast from the bros for everyone, for whoever wants to listen.
Someone else said they're wrong for not saying anything until now. Guys, I just want y'all to remember that you're voting on what they said, not what we added to the context of it. Another person said, TBH, I think I blacked out listening this week. It's been a rough one, but generally, if the boyfriend really is toxic, you can do the whole, can I give my honest opinion and then promise I'll shut up about it? If they say yes, then tell them. If not, you take it to the grave. Disagree on that one just because it's been years, specifically for this one.
No, and it's like, can I say something? And if they're like, no, well, that was a rhetorical question. I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
Or I'm always I just like have to get this off my chest. I would hate myself if I didn't say this, because like I would expect you as my friend to have said this to me, and like, you know, taking responsibility of like, I feel like I have let this go on too long. But in general, like if a friend is like talking to you about like the horrible shit that their partner has done, they know that that's bad. They're looking for like confirmation, unless you're being like, no, that sounds great, that was wonderful, I'm all for it. They know that you're not necessarily like into them, and like, or you're not like, they know that you don't really like them, or you think that they're toxic. But if you're not telling your friend like you need to get out of this relationship, then it's like, oh, maybe this is what I deserve. Like there's just like a level of like, you owe your friends what we think is the obvious and the unspoken thing. Sometimes you have to say it out loud, because like he's fucking with her reality.
Yep. Someone else said, I voted wrong. I read it too fast and thought it said for not telling their friend that their boyfriend is toxic. Someone else says, sometimes people need to hear the hard truth. I recently told my friend that her boyfriend is a piece of shit. Even if she doesn't listen to me, it's still in the back of her mind. Exactly. And that's it.
Then we have my nomination for Wrong of the Week, Aura Ring. 93% said Aura is wrong. 7% said Aura Ring is not wrong. What? I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. I hate how many things steal your data and change their policies all the time. How is one ever supposed to keep up? You're not. That's the point. I have the RingCon. I don't know what that is. I have the RingCon version, and it's not that bad. It's not bad. A friend of mine has the Ultra Human and really likes it too. I will say, in general, this is kind of like the same thing that people were doing with period tracking apps, of being like, find the safe one. The issue is like, in general, like the format of this is making it so like these companies are all inevitably going to whether sell or data, anything that has your data stored in that mechanism in that way, that is like the issue. And I'm sure there's ways that's like, okay, this one's not, you know, selling to this now, but like pivoting and buying a whole new thing, you know, I think that oftentimes the companies all end up disappointing us. I have friends who have this, and I've been interested in getting one, but honestly, it looks like a poor way to track health. None of the features are actually what I need, and it's also kind of ugly. For it to be so expensive and selling people's personal data, at least throw in some cute little gems or engravings. And also, you have to pay a monthly fee. Like, that's the part that I think is...
talks about that.
Okay. I bought an Oura Ring in January 2023, and I wore it for about a year. I stopped wearing it for exactly the reason Megan said. I started worrying way too much about my health and exacerbated health anxiety that I didn't even know I had. Also, spending $300 on a ring and also having to pay $6 a month is crazy. I'm glad I stopped wearing it when I did. Yeah, like that, for it to have that level of a premium, like it should be nothing. Like, I understand needing money to like, oh, we have to... Also, because it's like they store your data, so they need money to store your data that you have so you can reference back to that. Already kind of, you know, a little... that to me, I'm like, I don't necessarily think that you need your data from like years and years and years ago. But that then the upfront have be nothing. Let me pay for shipping. And that's it. So who are the silent voters?
They probably have Oura Rings.
And you can love your Oura Ring. I will say, I do think that Oura Rings for me have been the new IUDs, where I'm like, is this an MLM? Are there unpaid spokespeople who are like paid spokespeople who are like infiltrating groups trying to get everybody to get one of these? Because like the way that like I literally like did a video talking about like a wearable health tracker, like asking for advice if anyone had one. And I explicitly say all of the things that like I don't want that are like deal breakers. And like the Oura Ring is all of those things. And everybody's like, gotta get an Oura Ring. And I'm like, I quite literally said it. I mentioned the Oura Ring being like, that does not do the things that I need. And I was like, you still got to get it. I'm like, why? Why do I need to get it if it doesn't achieve the goals that I need? Because it's great. You love it. I'm like, what? It's very like, get the Oura Ring. But it's great for some people. But using it as a health tracker is like not. It's about like optimizing your health, which is for very healthy people to be like, superhuman. That's it.
All right, next one. My wrong of the week was Tori Branham. 100% said that Tori is wrong.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Now she's walking it back and saying she didn't do it. And
which is so
her
funny.
videos. Someone said, OMG, I just heard about this yesterday from my Korean colleague. The absolute saddest part was how absolutely unsurprised I felt that POC were being treated badly again. And this is from someone that does not live in the US.
Yeah. I have to say she made it really easy to make sure I was getting pictures of the correct woman because she just keeps wearing shirts with her own name on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wonder when people take a selfie and like, you know, we talk about how that age that kids reach where they like forget how to smile and they just like grimace and they just show all their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
She seemingly is there. And I'm like, girl, you have to see how uncomfortable you look in this photo. You're seeing this on your phone. Take it again. Try again. But like, I just don't think she's capable.
That is her best. Is this an actual photo or was it a screenshot from her video?
No, it's a photo of her.
Because this is how she's sitting in her car in the video where she's doing all this stuff. I think somebody took a screenshot from the video.
Oh. No, that's how she smiles.
Okay. Someone else said, I love it when people expose themselves and get caught. Any support she got, I hope is long gone. Another person said, a lot of my conservative Korean relatives have told me I'm being too dramatic whenever I speak about American politics. I wonder if they'll believe me now. They might, but be too proud to admit it.
Yeah, that's like I think we could accomplish so much if we like figured out a way to like remove that like sunk cost fallacy from people.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's it for this episode. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Thursday for Don't Blame Me, Friday for Fisting Friday, Monday we've got But Am I Wrong? And then on Tuesday we will see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye-bye. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Are you looking for a movie review show where the critic is at the top of his or her game, meticulously breaking down and explaining exactly why a film does or does not work? Well, good luck with the search, because we're having fun here on Adam Does Movies. I talk to you like we just got done seeing a movie together, giving you the pros and cons, and I'm digging in the trenches, in the mud and muck, on streaming services, telling you which films are worth your time. Each and every week, I hit the big blockbusters, I cover the streamers, and I even toss in some movie news for fun. Because this show is Adam Does Movies. I'm obviously Adam, I probably should have led with that, but perhaps I have led you to check out the show on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, and hopefully we can do movies together. Hot.
Oh, hey there, it's a promo for a podcast. Great! Exactly what you want to hear when you're settling down to listen to the podcast you actually want to listen to. Well, give me just a few seconds and then you can go listen to whatever it is you're listening to, your true crime podcast hosted by former child actors or reality stars, whatever it is. My name is Troy LaValle and I'm the host of the Glass Cannon Podcast. This is a podcast where my friends and I sit around and play role-playing games and record it. Through improvisation, using comedy and drama, we take the rules of whatever game we're playing and we turn it into appointment television. That's the best way I can explain it. It truly is infectious fun. We travel the whole country playing rock clubs, turning games like this into a spectator sport. So please, check it out, the Glass Cannon Podcast. If you want some joy in your life, give it a listen.
Let's clear this up right now. Bros love reality TV. You may think it's all sports all the time, but have you ever noticed your boyfriend or husband in the background while you're trying to wind down and enjoy The Housewives?
Oh, I know the type. They linger in the back of the room and ask questions, offer their opinions, but when you ask them to take a seat and watch with you, suddenly they're not interested.
Well, here at Bros and Shows, we are tired of perpetuating that dudes don't love reality TV, because guess what? We do, and it's time we erase the stigma that comes with it.
And we cover it all, from Real Housewives to The Bachelor, from Vanderpump Rules to The Traitors, and we're ready to give you our takes. We aren't here to step on any toes. We just want to join the conversation.
Bros and Shows, a podcast from the bros for everyone, for whoever wants to listen.